In section 6.3, we talk about how to rotate an image about either the origin or a specific vertice on the shape in the coordinate plane. So I'm actually going to look at question number 2, because question number 2 says you want to rotate it 180 degrees counterclockwise about vertex E. So 180 degrees is 2 turns, because each turn is 90 degrees. So 90 plus 90 is 180. So when I use my patty paper, I'm going to make sure that I complete 2 turns. And then counterclockwise is in the backwards direction. So when I turn my patty paper, I'm actually going to turn it left so that it goes backwards. Okay. When you use your patty paper, you just want to do the exact same thing that we did for translations. Trace over your y-axis, trace over your x-axis, and then make the dots where each of the vertices are. Okay. Make sure that you label the vertices. The bottom point is H, the side point is E, and then F and G. Make sure you label them, because when you turn the object, the letters, will be in a different different order. Not switching up, but they will not be in the exact same spots they are in for our original shape. Now, I'm going to make sure that I place my patty paper over the shape itself, but you have to flip your patty paper over in order to trace over those points of the vertices. This will allow the paper to transfer when you rotate the object, okay? After you trace the points on the back, go ahead and line your patty paper back up. And we said we're doing 2 turns, and those 2 turns backwards, but about vertex E. So when we hold our pencil in place, our pencil needs to be at point E. So I am going to put my pencil on point E, and now I'm going to turn it backwards 2 spots. Now, in order to keep count of my 2 turns, I'm going to draw this upwards arrow, and 2 turns is going to make that arrow 1 turn would make it face to the left, 2 turns would make that arrow face down. So my pencil is on point E, and I'm going to do 1 turn counterclockwise. That now my arrow is to the facing left, and 2 turns is 180 degrees, and my arrow is facing down. Now I want to make sure that point E stays where it's supposed to, and the other points are on the corners of the grid. So I'm actually going to move mine just a tad, because when you turn it, the points aren't exactly where they need to go, because the turning spot kind of gets moved just a hair. Now trace over the 4 dots so that it transfers onto your paper, and then go ahead and move them, but don't turn your patty paper, because you have to label the points. The top point is H, and then I have E, F, G. So this point up here is H, E stays the same, F, right, F, yep, and G. Okay, make sure that you use your straight edge to connect the shape, and then the last thing that it asks you to do is to label the ordered pairs. So E prime is in the same location. I went 1 left and 3 up, so that's 1, -1, 3. F prime is to the right 1 and up 1, 2, 3, 4. G prime is left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So -5, and then it went up 3. And H prime goes left 2 and up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So left 2, up 6. Okay.